How's it going, everybody? Reno Reed here. And if you are in any sort of industry that's even remotely tied to finance, which real estate, of course, is, a lot of people always come and ask you, "Hey, how's the market?" That's kind of the one of the entry points for a lot of different conversations with people you don't necessarily talk to very often. And so today I want to go over just kind of a quick kind of breakdown of why the market is the way it is. Why is it so crazy? For the people who aren't super numbers oriented, a lot of people think in terms of numbers, engineers, people like that, which a lot of people that I know are, but a lot of people don't really kind of visualize or understand what all that means. So I'm going to try to put it really quickly into layman's terms for everybody. So first off, is it a buyer or a seller's market? So basically that's asking, if I'm going to be in a real estate transaction today, right now, am I going to have more leverage as the buyer or as the seller? Well, today it's the seller's market. And the reason for that is that the amount of people trying to buy houses is a lot higher than the people trying to sell houses. So the average days on market was just over a month in December. Now that's pretty good. I think the lowest it's been was August of last year, which if memory serves was about a month. I think it was 31 days, something like that. So basically these houses, they're hitting the market and then they are going very quickly. Keep in mind the average kind of deal, if you're getting a loan, is somewhere usually between 30 and 45 days. So cash offers, they kind of skip that process, and so they can go, cash to close. Usually about 10 days is pretty normal. So that's going to drive those numbers down a little bit. So 32 days is very fast. But why are there so few houses? Well, part of it is very related to why so many people want to buy, and that's mortgage rates. So if I have a loan, the lower the mortgage rate, the less interest I'm paying, which means my payments per month are going to be lower, right? So people are trying to take advantage of low interest rates buying wise, but also from the selling side, a lot of people are refinancing because mortgage rates are so low, it's very unlikely for them to have a better rate today. So it's almost always going to be saving them money per month. Maybe not in the long term, but per month, right? It depends on where they are on their loan. But per month, it's usually going to save them a lot of money. So that's enticing people to stay where they are, but it's also enticing people to go out and try to find a house, right? So that's the discrepancy you're kind of finding. A lot of people wanting to stay put, they like where they are, they're wanting to save themselves some money, and a lot of people who are like, money is super cheap, I'm not going to be paying an arm and a leg in terms of interest, I want to take advantage of that and go out and find a place for myself. So that's kind of something that we've seen on its current run. To tell you how crazy that mortgage rates have been, if memory serves, in early January this year, on its current run, mortgage rates nationwide have hit a all-time low, the 15th time, just on its current run. That is insane. On the national average as of the 13th of January, according to bankrate.com, on a 30-year mortgage was 3.01%. And believe it or not, that is up. That's up. That's higher than where it was. It's been below 3 for a little while now. And so that's kind of ridiculous to think about. And so that's really enticing for people who most people in real estate transactions are using loans. And so that's going to be, like I said, it's going to be enticing for both of those people. Now, because there's that discrepancy, the prices have gone up. In December, prices were about 13.7% greater than they were the year prior. And normally we expect that rate of growth to be a little bit lower, 5-6% normally. So these prices aren't going to be sustainable forever. Now, do I think it's going to stop? Do I think the market's going to crash or something? Probably not. I don't think it's going to be anything, super drastic like in 2008. If anything, it's going to be a little bit more of a gradual change. But I think this growth is going to continue for a little bit now. So sellers, I would urge you, if you're thinking about moving, to capitalize on this while you can. Now, all that being said, buyers, is this a bad time to buy? Now, normally in a seller's market, the answer is it's not great, but with the rates being so low, in a certain situation, I wouldn't tell you to be hesitant with it, right? If you're paying rent right now, and you say, I want to be here, I want to build my own equity, I want to be here for a while, it's a really good time to be a first-time home buyer because the rates are so low. You can get your house for a lot less than you normally would. If you're trying to upsize or downsize because of your family size, kids going off to school, you're popping some more out, whatever the case might be for you and your family, it's not a bad time to kind of pursue that as an option. Now, normally, unless you're renting, you're gonna have to sell your house too, so you get to take some of that in, right? You get to take advantage of some of that seller's market, but you also get to take advantage of the cheap money to go ahead and get yourself a house that's right for you and your family. So that's kind of the quick and easy breakdown of where the market is today, why it is, why it's so crazy, and just kind of my pretty general recommendations on what to do. Now, obviously, buying isn't right for everybody, renting's right for some people in certain situations, I get all that, but this is just kind of my take on it all. So if you guys have any questions, or if anyone is looking to, buy or sell their house after hearing some of this, reach out. I am absolutely more than happy to help you any way that I possibly can. Until then, see you guys next time.